Hi, I just got back from Grand Turk, part of the Turks and Caicos Islands, just below the Bahamas. Had an amazing trip. Saw my first shark, black reef tip sharks. But I think the most amazing thing I got to see were turtles. Turtles everywhere. Saw hawksbill turtles. Um, then had an amazing experience with green sea turtles. I bought a little sea turtle charm just to commemorate the trip. Had a wonderful time. I took pictures of everything and posted pictures everywhere. So one of the things that WendySSEAs got asked was, hey, what camera did you use while you were taking your underwater photos? Folks, I'm going to be honest, I'm not a great photographer. One of the wonderful things your local dive shop offers may be an underwater photography course. And it might be something you want to look into. You also might want to look into a lot of the different products that they offer, different types of cameras. Depending on what you're interested in, if you really want something to magazine worthy to hang on the wall, they may have an awesome, amazing camera set up for you. For me, I just really struggled with a cheaper version of some different types of cameras. I just really struggled. So I got to thinking, what am I most comfortable with? And no doubt, my phone. I'm most comfortable with my cell phone. So what I did was I took a look at this product and I talked to my dive pro at my local dive shop, and he really recommended it. He'd seen some great things about SeaLife and the SportDiver camera. So I decided to get this for my Christmas present. So let me show you a few things. First of all, SeaLife makes a great product anyway. They make several different types of cameras, several different lines of cameras. Check them out. This SeaLife camera housing actually comes in this wonderful case, very well protected. I didn't realize I had a bunch of stuff in mine. Anyway, comes with all the cords and all this good stuff. But what I really liked was the camera is very well protected. It's a great way to travel with your, it's really a housing. It also comes with some extra things. It comes with an extra O-ring, some things for the lenses. So let me show you what I really like about this. One of the things it came with was the handle or the clip. So I could clip this off to my BCD or hang it onto my arm. And guys, this works for snorkeling or any kind of underwater photography. It comes with a filter. As you get deeper under the water, your pictures become bluer. And so this filter comes right off. So this I would use if I was shallower or taking pictures in fresh water maybe, or a pool, something like that. And this I would use if I was diving and I was going deeper. One of the things that SeaLife recommends is that you clean all your lenses really well, but it's very simple to use. Basically, here's your lever to take pictures. This is going to be important in a minute, but I'm going to start off by showing you this side. You'll notice that it's empty. So I'm going to open it up, and on the inside is your housing. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut this housing on. I have two AAA batteries in here. When you cut the housing on, and let's see if I can do that again. You cut the housing on, you see some lights light up. One of the things that you have to do with your iPhone, and this is specifically for the iPhone, and I've had a couple of good ideas about this as well. This is my iPhone, the one that I use all the time, every day. It has my whole life in it. You could, instead of using this one, if you're a little nervous about using your personal iPhone in this underwater case here, you could actually just purchase an older model phone, maybe a refurbished one, something like that, and use that in this casing. One of the things I'm going to do really quickly, see if it'll open up. There we go. I downloaded the SeaLife app. The SeaLife app is going to come on and tell me what to do. It tells me to put this in the housing. So I've cut my housing on, and I'm going to just move this down so you can see. We're going to slide my phone into the housing. What's neat is the phone automatically, thanks to Bluetooth, it's not this difficult. Thanks to Bluetooth, it automatically picks up the housing's power and the phone's power. So then all I do is close the case. Let me back up. There are a few things that you do need to notice. There's an O-ring here, and there's also an O-ring in this vacuum check port. There's an O-ring here. These O-rings are required to be lubricated. So it comes with a silicone lubricator, and I learned the hard way, if you don't listen to their instructions, your camera won't work. Anyway, once you put it into the housing and close the housing, it tells you to clean the lenses. It tells you what to do. It tells you how to set up your phone so that it doesn't ring and things like that while you're underwater. You wouldn't want that to happen. Then you're going to take the vacuum pump and put it here at the vacuum check port. And it's just going to, let me turn this around real quick so you can see a little bit better. Right now, you'll see where it says, where it's red right there. I'm going to pump about 1.5 times. It doesn't take much. And it's going to say stop pumping. I'm going to put the cap back on the vacuum check port. And allow that to check the seal. This is why I'm so confident that my camera is safe in this housing. Right now it's going through a 3-minute check. It's got a leak alarm. It's got a housing vacuum seal alarm. So if everything's not the way it's supposed to be, it won't let you use the camera. And so I would do this in my hotel room or in your home before you go diving. I would not do this outside. You want to keep the moisture from the air from getting on the inside of the camera. So you want this to be in a nice cool environment. I've got this on a nice towel also, so you're not scratching your lenses. And so as we're waiting, let's think about some things. Or let me show you a couple of things. There is a detailed instruction book that comes with the camera. There is also a replacement O-ring and other materials that come with the camera, a lens protector, things that you would maybe expect to come with a cell phone. The cables, I mean, everything's in here. For about $300, I was able to get a really nice system to use with my cell phone. What I like about the cell phone is I know how to edit those pictures. If I want to take a picture, say of something like my first shark that I saw, it was pretty far away. And so that first picture, I wanted it to be clearer. So I was able to use the photo editing software that's already on my iPhone in my pictures to make it bigger. All right, let's see. It said leak detected, so I've done something wrong. And this is how I know my phone's safe. It's not even going to let me, even leave the house if it's not just right. So what I'm going to do is take off the cap of my port here, my vacuum check port. I'm going to let some of the air out, and then I'm going to open this back up. You hear it fussing at me. Take my phone out, and I'm going to cut the housing off. And what I bet is a problem is I need some lubricant O-rings. Take just a little with your finger. Don't use something like a Q-tip or anything like that. Anything that has fibers or anything in that range. You do not want any kind of fibers, a hair, sand. Don't take it out to the beach. That's experience talking. The good thing with being a scuba diver is I had a lot of compressed air that I could use. I'm going to check this O-ring as well. And so what I'm doing is I'm taking a little bit of this silicone that's on my hand, and I'm just rubbing it on all of the O-rings that are around our casing. I'm going to restart everything all over. So I go back to my SeaLife app, cut my housing on, put my camera back in, close. I'm going to prepare to vacuum out the air. Just stop and wait. I'm going to make sure I have this vacuum port hand tightened. I don't really want it to be too tight, but I want it hand tightened. I can see with the green light that I have done a good job in closing everything, and the blue light is saying, hey, we're going through and waiting. It doesn't matter the size of your iPhone. There are these little bumpers that come with the kit. You get a bunch of these. You can place them in places to help adjust your phone inside the casing. There are also some other great YouTube videos that are out there that teach you how to take better pictures and that sort of thing as well. There's a lanyard, so you can wear this around your neck. Why don't we take a little break and let me show you some of my favorite pictures and videos from my Grand Turk trip. All right, everything's still looking good. I've got about 30 seconds left. I've still got a green light flashing, so I'm hoping this time everything's going to be great and ready to go. While I'm waiting this next 30 seconds, the still photos that you saw were from my friend Liz, who also had a SeaLife camera housing for her iPhone. She used an older model iPhone. She also used this. This is a light bar. It's the SeaLife Sea Dragon underwater photo video dive light. It's awesome. Cut on the light. It has a place right here where it screws right into the bottom of this housing. And it says here, waterproof, seal is good, ready to start taking pictures. Anyway, these two in combination are going to be great. So this is what I'm buying for my trip to Belize, so that I will have even better pictures than I had for my Grand Turk trip. So now we're ready to take some photos, and I'm just going to turn here so you can see and take a picture of that and a picture maybe of this, just so that you can see that there are some really neat features here. One feature is that we can actually zoom in. We also have, and zoom out. We also have modes. We can videotape. We can change some settings, and we can even review our photos that we just took. And you'll see some of the photos I took from the trip here. So I can review things, decide if this is something I want to keep or not. It's just awesome. I'm really enjoying my SeaLife camera. I hope you'll check it out. And if you have any questions, let me know. And next time we'll talk some more on when and see what Wendy sees.